Hi, welcome to the Week 9 online streamed assembly. I'm Nellie. We hope you have a good week. This assembly is going to have lots of interesting clips about this fortnight's goals. Hope you enjoy.
Welcome to week 9, everyone. This week we continue to focus on our virtues of courage and compassion. Obviously, we've only got 2 weeks left of, 2 weeks? 3 weeks left of school. No, 2 weeks, I'm right. So I hope you're all doing well. We're getting a little bit tired at this point of the term, parents, teachers, kids. So it's really important that we do show compassion towards each other. Some of us, might have some days that are a bit harder than others, so we look out for each other. And we always talk about courage in our learning, having that growth mindset of just continuing to have a go, do your best and really work hard to the end of the term. Obviously it's been a bit wet today and will continue to be for the week, so we talk to kids about being safe out in the yard and looking out for each other. It's pretty muddy out there, so just following our school rules in yard play as well. And I hope you have a great week.
Hi, I'm Katrina. I'm one of the teachers here in the kindy and the ELC over here. We have been doing a lot of work this year so far on our numeracy and literacy indicators. Each term we have one new indicator. In term 1 we focused on quantifying my world, and what that looks like in the kindy is the teachers will do some explicit teaching in our small group times, and then we observe children engaging in that concept in their play, and that shows us that they understand that concept. So this is some examples of the children that we've put up of their understanding of quantifying in their play, and that was done in term 1. In term 2, our focus has been I explore and understand my place and space in the world, which is using positional language in their play. We've been looking at shape, so properties of shape in their play as well, and we've been observing that as the term has gone on. Our literacy indicators that we've been working on, so term 1 we focused on I use language to connect with my world, which is using oral language. So we're doing a lot of things with children in our small group times, encouraging them to talk and use language in their group, and then also observing that language in their play.
Hi, I'm Lucy from 28, and in HAS we're doing a negotiated curriculum, and one of them is to make a diorama and evaluate it. So we had to write 2 paragraphs and make a diorama of what we thought the gold rush would look like or what it looked like. And this is mine.
Hi, I'm Georgia from room 28, and this is my HAS diorama.
What's in your HAS diorama?
We've made HAS dioramas of the gold rush, and I've drawn people panning and mining for gold.
Cool, and you've really enjoyed this?
Yeah.
Excellent, thank you.
Hi, here are some girls from 17A who would like to talk about tightening tension, which is the 3rd step of all the 7 steps of writing.
Hi, I'm Zanuli from 17A. Today our class has been reading the novel Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. The tightening tension in this book is Charlie thought that he would never get a golden ticket from Mr. Willy Wonka. And one day on a snowy day, Charlie found a coin in the snow. Charlie then went to the nearest chocolate shop, and then he bought one of Mr. Willy Wonka's chocolates. He loved the chocolate a lot that he bought another chocolate, and that chocolate had a golden ticket inside it.
Do you want to wave bye?
Bye.
Thanks for listening.
Hi, my name is Zoe and I'm from 17A. Well, I've been reading the book Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and I'll be telling you about it. Charlie got he found a 50-cent penny, and he bought a chocolate from a store, and then he got another one because he liked it, and he found the golden ticket. Bye.
Now introducing the kids from 18A who are doing a task on their new book, Rowan of Rin.
Hi, I'm Stella from 18A. Our class has been reading Rowan of Rin by Emily Roddy. It is an adventure story. And 7 people have to climb a mountain to find out why the special water isn't flowing. There are lots of dangers, including hundreds of black spiders. We drew some of these pictures. This is mine.
Oh, cool.
We also wrote information reports about the booksha, which are animals in the story.
The booksha is mythical creatures from Rowan of Rin. They are also mammals and
Herbivores?
herbivores.
Cool.
The booksha are big and a woolly animal. They have 2 sharp horns and they also have a broad back. Booksha have a very short tail and 4 legs.
Cool.
Booksha eat fruits and small vegetables. They especially love peas. They also drink sweet mountain water, which is essential for them.
Booksha live in Rin, where the people of Rin live too. They live in grassy hills, valleys, and a temperate region.
Booksha produce milk that the people of Rin can make into butter, cheese, cream, and curd. They also can use their wool to make cloth. They help plough fields and carry heavy loads.
Bookshas are caring and helpful animals.
Thank you for sharing, everyone from your class. Do you want to give a big wave? Good job.
Today we're talking about success criteria handstands. Harper, did you have straight arms?
Yes, I did.
Did you have your head off the mat?
Yes, I did.
Did you have straight legs?
Uh-huh.
Now, is there anything you can do to bump it up and make your handstands even better?
Is there anything that you can do to make your handstands better?
I can hold them for a bit longer.
Hello, I'm Polly, another one of your ambassadors. Today I'm going to be talking about dynamic dialogue. The key to dynamic dialogue is to get rid of the ums and ers when you're writing and get to the interesting part of live conversations.
Hi everyone, welcome to the Week 9 Assembly. This week I'm asking classes to look at reading strategies when they're working in the classroom. A good one to think about possibly is inferring. I'd just like to share what inferring means. Inferring is being able to read between the lines when the author implies something but doesn't exactly state it. You need to use the clues in the text and your own prior knowledge to help you understand. I want to give you an example and then I'd love you to talk about it in the class, what it really means. Listen to this. Sarah's mouth was really dry and she had a big knot in her stomach. She wished today was already over. Now I want you to use your inferring skills and discuss as a class what that really means. Okay, when I come into your room this week, I'd really love to know some of the reading strategies you are being taught, and maybe you could share them with me. See you around the school.
Okay, this is Vishnu from 20A, and he's receiving a Principal's Award because on Monday at lunchtime he spent some of his own time clearing the rubbish out from underneath our bag racks. So thank you so much for helping keep our school a beautiful and tidy place. Well, there you go, congratulations.
Hi, I'm Georgia, another one of your ambassadors. Thanks for watching this week's online streamed assembly. Bye.